Hello, everybody. It's Di Hill, Transformational Coach. Welcome to your Thursday training. How are you? Have no idea how it's got to Thursday already. But today I want to talk to you about what does being spiritual really mean. And it's something that I really want to share with you so you understand what it is, what it isn't, and really, being able to incorporate daily practices in your day-to-day life so you can connect with yourself and become the spiritual being you were designed to be. So welcome to today's training. It's really lovely to have you here, and lean in and just enjoy what's about to unfold, and just everything that you wonder if that's the truth. And I think you're going to be really infused and excited by what I need to share with you. So you can see I'm not wearing a scrap of makeup. Okay, normally I wear makeup, and I'm very hot and sweaty. It's really hot where I am. And for those of you that know me, I'm a massive Lady Gaga fan. And if you saw the Oscars on Sunday, you'll see that she went from one version of herself to a completely different version when she sang. And that version of her when she sang was that pared down, stripped back, truthful. Who is she really underneath it all, underneath the makeup, underneath the glamour, underneath all the photos, underneath it all? Who is she really? She was being her true, authentic self. Now, I'm not comparing myself to her at all, because I think she's some amazing, incredible, superhuman. However, the reason I've kind of chosen to be makeup free and be really, really basic is to really show you that that is the essence of what being spiritual is all about. But before I get into that, let's just talk about what it's not. And I think a lot of people are turned off by it because they feel that it might be religious. There's sort of connotations to it. It might bring up images that you have to be a complete hippie or, peace man, and you can't like live almost a normal day-to-day existence if you are a spiritual being. But in a real sort of essence, we are all spiritual beings. Okay, yes, we are physical, but we are also energetic. Break us down to the smallest part of ourselves, we are pure energy. We're also emotional beings. We're also mentally driven by our thoughts beings. And ultimately, we are spiritual beings. And we tend to live life in this physical reality as a physical being. Okay, but actually you are a spiritual being having a physical experience. Now, how do I know this? And I know that you know this too, because I'm talking about you living in alignment with your soul. That is what being spiritual is all about, living in alignment with your truth, who you really are underneath it all, not who you think you should be, not who you think you should project to the world, not who you should be driven by your ego to get the most sort of validation, approval, which is how most of the world exists, but really by being led by that energy, that force, that authentic version of you. You know what I'm talking about. It's that voice. It's sitting inside your heart. It's the voice that's telling you to go and say yes when you always say no. It's the voice that wants you to stand up for what you really truly want when you dim yourself down and don't want to, and you live on the periphery. It's that part of you that's urging you to really listen to what it is you really want and be guided by that place. And this can be like big things, or just daily small things as well. But when you choose to live in alignment with who you really are, that's you being spiritual. That's you coming home to yourself. That's you living your truth. But the problem is, most of the world doesn't know what their truth is. Most of us, including myself, up until I went on my spiritual journey, sort of 5-6 years ago, are living according to beliefs and thoughts and ideas that don't even belong to us. They've been programmed and conditioned and imprinted into our brains, creating a false sense of perception. So you don't actually know who you really are. I really hope you're still there because I'm having some problems with my internet. Hello again. And so we don't even really know who we might be underneath it all. We've been living with this identity for so long, thinking this is who we think we should be, to get on in life. We don't even know this voice is in here. And something that I feel very humbled by as I take my clients through the Up-Leveled Woman process is to see them start saying, I'm starting to listen to that voice again. Or, I'm actually making decisions that feel good, that voice really wants to be the guiding light. So being spiritual is not being religious. It's not you idolizing some deity. It's not you going to yoga. You are spiritual anyway. It's inside of you. That's who you are. So, spirituality is a very broad concept and can mean lots of different things for everybody. But ultimately, it's about you coming home to yourself, relaxing into who you're always designed to be, feeling safe to be living from that space, and really allowing yourself to be guided through life from that place. And I know and you see, I do a lot of my work with my eyes closed, and it's because I'm always going within. It's kind of flexing that sixth sense, that intuitive muscle of yours, that like really leaning in and leaning into how you feel about things, because your body will give you all the answers you need to know if you're willing to listen to it, versus being driven by this place. So I'm going to scratch my head. If you can be, let's just be esoteric for a moment. You are an incredible creation of the universe. Okay. Hear me out here. I love it when I speak to my real logical and analytical ladies. They're like, what are you talking about? But you are created and cut from the same cloth as source itself, as the universe itself. We're all pure energy. That is what we are. Okay. And we are these incredible, divine, precious human beings. And so you need to kind of marvel at yourself. And that is kind of like the physical side of who you are. You are this physical, gorgeous being. So when you can take it up a level and live from that spiritual place, and I'm talking about that flow, it's like that voice and that path. It's got your unique kind of footprint on it. That's where you need to be living your life from. And when you do, that's you becoming spiritual. Okay. And so really all you need to do in order to become spiritual is to let that voice be the loudest. That's it. Let it be the guiding light in everything you do. Trust it, surrender to it, let it make the decisions, even when you are scared and fearful and wondering, why are things happening to you. Having trust and acceptance and faith, believe me, your life is going to be incredible. So obviously we're not taught to live this way. We're not taught to live according to who we really are. We are taught to live according to what we think, feel, and believe. But those beliefs, they don't belong to you. They were never yours. You were imprinted and conditioned by the environment you were living in, by your parents, by your caregivers, your teachers, your friends, people around you as you grew up. And this created this kind of mental filter of how you see life. And you go along with this kind of narrative, and that's who you think you are. And that's not true. So it can be a little bit of a hop, skip, and a jump to get from this place to becoming spiritual. But the first thing to do is to really accept that you are not all you think you are, and to do the work so you can come home to yourself. And how do you do that? Well, you can do meditation, really quieten down your mind when you want to make some, big decisions. Go within and let your intuition guide you. It's so freaking noisy in here that half the time we can't even listen to ourselves and what is best for our highest good. We can't even listen. It's just too much going on in this place. But meditation allows you to calm it all down, okay, and just start going within, doing the breath work, becoming more present, not going into past programming or future story, neither of which are truth. You can concentrate on your breath, all these things that you can do to really know how to become more spiritual. What you can also do is really, start listening to yourself every single time that you need to make a decision. Every single time, whether it's big or small, listen to that energy coursing inside of you. Does it feel good to you? If it feels light and flowy and easy, then absolutely go say yes to that decision. If it's heavy and dark, that's not the right decision for you. But the more you do it, the more you channel it towards more being in alignment with your soul, and that's you being spiritual. How else can you come home to yourself? Do some subconscious journaling. That's journaling first thing in the morning when you are just first awake and doing a brain dump of your subconscious. It's you connecting with nature. Go out and spend time in the vibration of love. Spend time by the sea. Go up for a hike on your own on the mountains. Go into the forest. Stand on the grass. Feel that vibration. I do a lot of tapping in my practice. Go and do tapping. Go and release the energy that's not yours so you can come home and start making decisions that feel good to yourself. Visualize what you want. Does it feel right to you? Really start thinking about what it is you want to create in life. Practice acceptance of what is. Instead of getting drawn into the emotional chaos of life, just accept that life is always flowing and working out for your highest good. Really start learning to create that connection with yourself. Spend time and honor it. Put boundaries in place so you can really learn who you really are underneath that person you think you should be. And so a lot of this is practicing self-love. It's falling in love with the version that is you. So, there's shamans, healing, sages, wisdom keepers all over the world that practice, but ultimately say that human spirituality is really about you coming home to yourself. So take time to unwind, take time to relax, take time to spend life in true nature, because there is one higher purpose, and your highest purpose is to stay in line with who you truly are, and that is that spiritual being, that soul that's inside of you. And when you can do that, you are going to create the most incredible experience of life. So I hope you found that useful. If you want to connect with me and discuss how we can really take you home to yourself, then you can DM me or you can email me at dihil@dihilcoaching.com, or go onto my website and look at my website, dihilcoaching.com. There's loads of free stuff on there. I'd love to help take you home to yourself, because when you do, it's magical. So thanks for watching. Happy Thursday. I'll see you again soon. Okay, bye for now.